Two games, one peaked at 240,000 players on Steam, the other at 107,000. Difference between them is not only in the peak player count. The second game likely cost 100 times as much as the first one. First game is called Lethal Company, and it was made by a single person, whereas Battlefield 2042... Friendslops, what makes us, players, choose them over big AAA titles? Is it just the price? Or is there something else to it? Friendslop games, what even are they? I see it like this. First, they are co-op, obviously. Price tag they go with is usually under $10. Simple core mechanics are at the heart of these games. As long as you know WASD movement and have a working mouse, then you can start having fun right from the start. These games also prioritize proximity chat over playing on Discord. Lack of communication makes it all funnier, especially when you talk to someone and suddenly hear their scream as they're being eaten alive. Vibe-wise, very silly. Won doesn't matter, lost also doesn't matter. These games have some goals, but they aren't as important. And also you need to convince your friends to get a copy of the game too, because everyone needs a copy in the group. These were the ingredients chosen, but by accident this extra thing was created, which made it all even more chaotic, messy and fun. It makes Friendslop games way different from AAAs, as they have this extra thing. And it's not entirely unique, but it just connects all the other elements and makes them work better as a whole. Well, the extra thing? First, let me explain where it even came from. Let's start with the beginning. Lethal Company started this snowball. Sure, others were in that pack too, but none made the ball roll like the Lethal Company did. You drop in, see a strong, vibey, creepy world, with odd kinda graphics, feeling scared on the way. Constantly losing range of hearing your friends, starting game after game, running around, in, out. A strong combination, which made it work. It was quite novel, and others noticed it, so they made their own versions. Content warning, which was an interesting spin. Recording monsters instead of just escaping them. A twist to what was already liked, and that gave yet another hit of novelty. And then Peak came to the playground too. No swarming monsters this time. Just monstrous challenge of climbing to the top. Again, with new quirks, simple mechanics, and ever-loved proximity voice chat. Where again, 1 second, you hear your friend, and another one hear his scream, quieter and quieter, as they are falling down the cliff. Again, a hit of novelty. There is a pattern showing that connects all of this. This formula clearly works. Innovations still come. More and more games in the genre are popping out of nowhere. Likely lots of studios dropped whatever they were doing just to produce some Friendslop titles. These games are just like short forms. It's visiting multiple worlds. Some are similar, others are completely different, but it allows us to experience so many different things. Games like Rust, Battlefield, Call of Duty, sure, are good, but they are like going to a movie, where the Friendslop games is watching shorts. You start one game, have lots of fun, then decided to drop it. Scroll down and start another one. The fresh breeze these games bring is incredible, and like it's not even that you have to play them. Watching your favorite creator blast it out with a squad you enjoy watching makes for such a good content. So as long as the genre keeps innovating, the Friendslop games shall live. That's the pattern, the philosophy behind these games. Games made as kind of short form content, but it's also cooperative. Quick fun and go to the next game. But these create problems on its own. Criticism, there always is some with great things. I mean, these games are called Friendslop. But why call it a Friendslop? Some look lazily made, sure, but it works. The sloppy art style gives it lightness. Multiple copies needed. Well, can't disagree with that. A single copy instead of 4 to play as squad. That would be great. And who wants to buy games every 2 weeks? I guess that's just the price to pay. Another argument is that these games are doomed to burn out from the start. And so are 99% of other games. So what? If I want comfy, then I will just boot Heroes of Might and Magic 3 that came out in 1999. The short cycle of these games is what fuels them. Extremely dense fun, laughs, unforgettable moments that we'll forget in a few weeks, and then on to the next title. This allows for more games to come out, as the players don't get held up for long in a single title. But then, when people get bored, ultimately, or like run out of money, or get angry with having to buy a new copy of a game every week, 2 or 3 weeks, well, the future of Slop isn't easy to predict. If these games want to survive, innovation must be there. These games, and most of them, have short lifespans. They must come out as fresh every time, or they won't make it. These games can make it, can survive for longer. They can try and make big updates, crazy changes, new mechanics, removing the old known, replacing it with new mystery. Novelty must be there, either in releasing new or updating old big enough to make it feel like new. And of course, money is always a factor. As more titles come out in this very specific co-op genre, the fatigue will come. Not just with genre itself, but with constantly paying. That's something that big titles can be happy about, as they often have longer playtimes. But Slops can do it too. Not all of them will. Some teams will just make a bank on a game and leave it, though others will stay with their games, pumping out new updates. But that market needs to mature. It's still quite new. There is still a lot of people who haven't tried such genre. I just hope the term Slop becomes a positive one. I think we needed these games. That's why they work so well. No need to commit for long, no need to warm up for it. Fast-paced, short games, angled for pure fun of co-op. They maximize possible fun from playing with friends. Like if you took all the best moments of Terraria or Minecraft, then connected it together to make a Slop game. Grinding, mining, digging, leveling for 1300 hours. Forget it. Sometimes Slop is what we need. Shorts in form of a multiplayer game. And if you have made it this far, you could as well subscribe.